What's going on? It's Dman bringing to you an NBA 2K14 video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about NBA 2K15. To be specific, I'm going to be talking about my player mode or my career mode in NBA 2K15 and some things I just want to see change. So first off, I'm going to start off with the customization of my player. Now this year, it was way different than the previous years, and by that I just mean that it was less customization, which is weird because we're on a new console, we have more memory. And you see I'm stopping at the head right here because that was my first problem when I put in NBA 2K14. We couldn't change anything, they just had preset faces. In previous 2K games, the height and width of pretty much everything, the top of the head, back of the head, nose, ears, eyes, lips, but in next gen we're not able to do that, and I'm just hoping that it was a time constraint type of thing. I just think they didn't really have the time to go in depth like they really wanted to in NBA 2K14 on next gen because they were working on current gen also. Another thing I want to see brought into NBA 2K is face scanning. I think that'd be the ultimate way to make my player feel like my player, is if I'm able to scan my face into the game. EA Sports been doing it, they had it in Madden 13, and they might have it in EA Sports UFC also, so that's just something I want to see. Another customization option I think needs to be worked on is the hairstyles. I have a huge problem with the hairstyles simply because some are realistic and some are just goofy. It's okay to have the goofy ones in there, but I just think there should be just regular hairstyles also. You play exhibition games and you see players with the hairstyle you want on your My Career player, but they just don't have that option. I think it would be better if they just have kind of like hairstyle packages. For example, you go to hairstyles and you just see the player's name, and that basically means you can choose their hairstyle. So if you want a mohawk, you can click James Harden. If you want a fresh fade, you can click Paul George or Chris Paul, and so on and so forth. I just think the hairstyles just have to be different, but at the same time they just have to be realistic, because right now they're not realistic hairstyles. You don't see these in the league. You don't really see some of these hairstyles anywhere ever. So the next thing I want to talk about is tattoos. Now I've always had a problem with tattoos in NBA 2K because they don't look like tattoos, they kind of look like stamps. Now if you cross over to NBA Live, you can see NBA Live has all the tattoos that you could really want, that have sleeves, half sleeves, and they look like art. Like I said, on 2K, they kind of look like stamps. And I know tattoos are a small thing, but this is something people want equipped on their My Players. Trust me on that. So new tattoos coming into the game will be a big deal to make your player feel like your player. Taking a look at the 2K tattoos right now, can't really say much about them. And like I said with the hairstyles, maybe you should have tattoo packages. We can just select LeBron James or Monte Ellis or J.R. Smith and just put their tattoos on our My Career players. Even if they did that, I think that would be good also. But these tattoos right here, they just look like stamps. That's all I can really say about them. Now moving on to my next topic, I think it would be better or more convenient if the My Player creation process was inside the actual mode, because you see I have 3 fouls right here. The first foul is my point guard, the second foul is my other point guard, and my third foul is my small forward Troy Woodson. Now all these people look different. They all have different accessories and everything like that, and it's such a hassle to switch between these 3 My Players because every time I want to do so, I have to go back to the main menu, change their name, the head, the hairstyle, the facial hair, the eye color, and everything like that every time I want to switch files. So I think that if the creation process was within the actual mode, I think it would be better because you don't have to go through the actual creation process all the time every time you want to play with a different My Player. That's just my opinion. I know some people say make a different account and you don't have to worry about that. We shouldn't have to do that, to be honest. Now jumping into accessories, you know I have to talk about this. There is a wide range of accessories, but there are things missing, kind of like the face mask, and you can't overlap accessories. By overlapping, I mean you can't have a leg sleeve and a knee pad on at the same time, which I think is kind of funny because you have players in the league that overlap accessories. You have Dwayne Wade that does it, Kyrie Irving does it, and also on 2K, you can't change socks. I don't know why. You used to be able to, but once again, I'm going to bring up NBA Live. And NBA Live has their sock game on point. They have the double socks, the short socks, the white socks, the black socks, the mid socks. And once again, this is just for your My Player to feel like your player. Sometimes you want your player to wear the type of socks you wear in real life. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. But I know a lot of people, even when we're just waiting around the park, they say, man, I wish I could just have black socks with these shoes. And that's just how it is. So on 2K, hopefully we can bring some socks, as well as more accessories like the face mask and also a mouthpiece. Now I know most people saying mouthpiece, why are you even tripping over a mouthpiece? Well, 2K is making it to where your player has a lot of emotion, and when they show that emotion, sometimes you can see them smiling, you can see their teeth, but most players play with a mouth guard now. I think it would be cool to be able to customize the mouthpiece and equip that on your player. So overall, the accessories, they're pretty good on 2K, but I just want to see more accessories. And I want to put an emphasis on the face mask. We need those. The ability to overlap gear, as well as socks. I don't know, I just feel weird griping about socks, but yo, I'm beefing with these 2K socks right now. I really am. But enough of socks, let's move on to the shoes. Now, I haven't heard a lot of people say this, but I think that 2K should just get rid of the generics and let you start off by wearing any shoe you want to wear. As long as you can buy them, I think they should allow you to wear those shoes. Now, I know endorsements are a big part of the My Career mode in NBA 2K, but that still doesn't mean they can't have endorsements. I think you should be able to wear whatever shoe you want if you buy them. And then once you get that endorsement opportunity, that's when you pledge your loyalty and all the shoes become free depending on which brand you sign with, and then you'll be able to customize your own shoe and get your own commercial and all that good stuff. But to start off, I think that if you have 7500 BC and you want to wear some J's, I think you should be able to. Or maybe the generics should be there as an option. I just don't think they should force you to wear generics, because I don't know, I just haven't heard anybody that says, you know, I love to wear generics when I start off my career mode. I haven't even seen anybody in the league wearing Payless shoes because they're a rookie and they're not signed to a certain brand yet. At least hook us up with some hyper dunks to start off or something. I don't know, but I know these things I'm talking about are real small details, but I just feel like we should have these options. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Moving on to the moveset, more specifically the dribble packages. This is an every year thing for me. Now, I do like the diversity we have in NBA 2K14 compared to NBA 2K13, because in NBA 2K13 everybody had the same dribble moves, but in 2K14 there are a lot of options you can go when it comes to dribbling. They had a dribble posture and everything like that, but I still stand by what I said last year and the year before that and the year before that. I don't think there should be any crossover packages. I think all the moves should be separate. They should have crossover, double cross, in and out, behind the back, spin. You know where I'm going with this. They should just have everything separated, because here's the thing. Let's say you want crossover package 21. Now in crossover package 21, they have a deadly sham guide. But if you want that sham guide, you're going to be stuck with the weak double cross and the weak crossover that comes in that package. There has been plenty of times for me where I wanted the sham guide in package 21, but I also wanted the double cross from package 19. And since you can't mix and match, I have to pick and choose, and I just don't feel like that's fair. Also, since we're on the subject, I think these dribbling moves should have attributes. I know it used to be like this, it's not like this anymore, but there needs to be a limit on what your player can do and what your player can't do. So your crossover and behind the back can be really effective if you apply skill points to it or VC to it, but your spin and hesitation can be kind of whack because you kind of ignored those and decided not to spend VC on it. I just want there to be a balance of what your player can and can't do. It feels like your MyPlayer can eventually just do everything, and I've never really liked that. I don't think every MyPlayer should be a 99 after the first season. Every MyPlayer shouldn't be Michael Jordan mixed in with Kobe Bryant and LeBron James after the first season. There needs to be a balance of what you're able to do and what you're not able to do. People should be better at you at some things, and you should be better than other people at other things. Now, switching over to the social media topic, or using Twitter in your My Career mode, I think they should be utilized more. In My Career, you kind of get connected to your player from the press conferences and the cutscenes and stuff like that. But I also think you should be able to use Twitter to get more connected to your MyPlayer also. And by connected, I just mean getting more in tune with your MyPlayer's personality. Do you want him to be a good guy or a bad guy? And you can do that in the press conferences and your decisions with the cutscenes. But I also think that, you know, here and there you can reply to people on Twitter. Not everybody, just, you know, the NBA players calling you out, some of these legends that call you out. I just think it would be dope to be able to click their name, give you 4 options like in the press conferences, and every response can have a pro and con. Even if you don't respond, they can have a pro and con. So I just think that there should be more outlets to ways to really get to know your player, or hear your player speak more, or interact with other players and or legends. Because there are times when I'm reading this timeline on NBA 2K and I get a little upset and I say, man, I wish I could respond. So maybe we can have that option. And if you respond badly, you know, your local fan support will go down because you went off on a fan. Or if you respond positively, your local fan support will go up because, you know, you just kind of rolled it off, or you said something nice to a fan or something like that, you know. So I just think that's pretty cool. And I know with NBA 2K15, they're going to go all the way out with social media because they already had meetings with Twitter and Facebook. They're basically already putting in work. In NBA 2K14 Next Gen, after you completed the first season, you were allowed to play Jackson Ellis one-on-one. And I really like this, but not for the reason you may think. I only like this because it felt fresh. It felt like something to do during the off season. Well, it was something to do during the off season. And I think we should have more of these moments because when you play for one team the whole season, it really feels kind of stale and it feels kind of repetitive after a while. But in the off season, they should allow you to switch it up, mainly because the off season in the real world, you have all these leagues going on. You have Pro AM, you have the Drew League, and I think it would be cool to have something like that in 2K before you start a new season in My Career mode. They should allow you to host events. They should allow you to go to events that you were invited to, just to switch it up a bit, just to play with a different team, just to play with different people, different jerseys. You know, that's really why I like the All-Star game, because I get to get off my team and play with other people that I really always want to play with. So having more engagements in the off season would just be a breath of fresh air. Just leagues, one-on-ones or other players, just something like that, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. We touched on a lot of subjects. We touched on face scanning, tattoos, accessories, shoes, endorsement, dribble packages, feeling more connected with your player via social media, in the all-season breath of fresh air. A few side notes. 2K, we have to be able to change our jersey. I'm not saying we should be able to change our jerseys manually, but it should be just automatic jersey change at some points. You have the winter collection jerseys, you have the Latin nights, you have the alternate jerseys. You just have all these options in the NBA when it comes to jerseys, and we're stuck with the same one in My Career again after 4 years. So hopefully we're able to change our jerseys. And also, I think someone should play a year of My Career just to make sure everything is straight before the game comes out, because there's always something wrong at All-Star break. Either your foul freeze or your season gets simulated. I know on Next Gen, the dunk contest didn't even work out All-Star break. So we have to look into those type of things before the game drops, because it's really frustrating. Anyways, I'll help you all later. Leave your thoughts down customization wise in the comments below. I know we could go on about gameplay, but that's another video for another day. Talk to you all later. Peace.